TGIF, Coach Kiva here, just coming on real quick just to share with you a little bit about my morning and the services that we offer at our non-medical home care agency right here in Maryland. So this morning I kicked it off with my exercise, took the team to the gym, walked about 60 minutes and then got on some weights for like toning or whatever. So to all my caregivers out there, all my nurses, we must take care of ourselves first and then we can take care of other people, right? So here I am in the office today, coming on real quick just to share with the community on how we support the community by providing non-medical home care for adults and active older adults and even seniors, right? I'm going to share with you the difference between non-medical home care and home health care, right? So home health care is required that you have a doctor's order and there are certain criteria you must meet in order to get that approved. My grandma had it. I was her caregiver. Those who are new to my channel, my grandmother, I was her caregiver for about 3 years before I even knew I was her caregiver. And we hired, so my grandmother had home health care, which required a doctor's order. We had that, right? So we got her hospital bed, we got her walker, we got her portable commode, we got all those things. My grandma still needed support with like daily living activities, and that means companion care. We were there, but we needed more care for her, right? Because I have 4 kids, 2 adults and 2 teens, right? So shopping and errands, meal preparation, medication reminders, transport to appointments. And that was so helpful for us because there were moments I was working and I wasn't able to get off to go with my grandma to her appointment. So what do? They called me on during the appointment and I was able to communicate with the doctor. How amazing is that? Like getting that support when you can't be there. And that's what we do for our clients. So light housekeeping and laundry and more, right? So that's what we needed for my grandma. When we saw that there was challenges with being reliable, not following the care plan, we knew it was time to take action. So what did we do? Meaning it was my idea to launch the non-medical home care. It did take some while to get it approved, to get licensed for the policy and procedures. But guess what, guys? We are licensed right now in Maryland, right? And the cool thing about it is that my grandmother passed away in October of 25. It's like she was just here yesterday. And we got licensed on my birthday, October 24th. And like I say all the time, but it's so amazing and it's so in alignment to what we're supposed to be doing to the community, right? Grandma passed away October 1st, licensed October 24th, my birthday, and it's just amazing. So we are here licensed in Maryland, and it's so important for you just to make a decision on what type of lifestyle do you want your loved one to have, right? It's all about making a decision because I mentioned earlier, home health care it's like it requires a doctor's order, right? But non-medical home care requires a loved one and clients to make a decision if they want that kind of support at home to allow them to be independent at home. My grandma was very clear. I don't want to go to a, what she say? She said, I don't want to go to a nursing home. Like, okay, Nana, but you will go to a rehab for a little while to get stronger. So we did that. So I know that my grandmother, I believe that she lived longer because she was around her family, her friends. We took her out on outings. We took her to her appointments. When she was going to dialysis, I dropped her off. Like that is what made her happy. So I challenge you and ask you, what does your loved one desire? What lights them up? What makes them happy, right? And what investment are you willing to make to keep them happy and just, live life on their terms? So we are here licensed in Maryland. I'll let you know that I'll give you some tips on like what you should ask for or recommendations based on my personal experience looking for home care for my grandmother. It was a journey, right? Like I mentioned before that some of the agencies didn't follow the care plan. was taking her to McDonald's. I'm like, why is she at McDonald's? That is not on her dietary menu. So anyways, three things to look for when you are looking for your non-medical home care, no matter what state you're in. We're here in Maryland, but one is to do research, right? To find out if they are in fact licensed, right? Are they licensed in your state? Or are they even required to be licensed? Sometimes you don't have to be licensed, but what are your standards, right? Then you want to find out what is their policy for call outs, right? Because often the client, the loved one, will need to have backup care because it could be inclement weather, it could be anything. But what is the agency's plan, right? Because there are many days, many times we didn't even get a phone call. Like, just let me know. Open communication. And I tell the new hires to my team, communication is very important. So if you're not going to be able to show up to your interview, how are you going to show up to the client's house? So how you show up is everything, right? Communicate. So the third one is, if your loved one, like my grandmother, she was on a BiPAP machine for breathing, a nebulizer. We even, she got a chairlift to get her up and down the stairs for mobility. Just making sure that the agency understands how to use that equipment. And if they don't, you can certainly teach them. We taught several agencies how to use it, no problem. But they should be familiar with the BiPAP machine. And if they're not, like I said, you can choose to, teach them, but the nurse should definitely be able to support that, right? Anything else? I'll just give you 3 for right now. So comment down below and let me know what state you're in. Have you faced any challenges doing your search for a non-medical home care for your loved one? Like, I didn't even know what non-medical home care was. I was like, what? All I knew was daycare for my kids, right? So I'll leave you with that, but I believe there is hope because we did find an agency that was amazing for my grandmother, and we launched our own agency right now. So there is hope, and the reason why I launched the agency is because we knew there was a need for this. We can't be the only family who was looking for reliable home care. Someone that could show up on time, someone that could communicate, that could actually clean the areas in which that was on the care plan. I'm just saying. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. I always get emotional. Her birthday's coming up on April 2nd, and that is a very special day, so I gotta plan that accordingly. I don't have her button on right now, but I usually wear her buttons. It's to honor her every single day, so she can be proud of me and how I'm able to impact the community, just like I impacted her life. And she would always say, Kiva, thank you so much for taking time to care for me, make my appointments, take me out on lunch dates, take me out to the movies. She just really appreciated that because she understood that it can be, not saying it is, but it can be a challenge. So, all right, guys, until next time, have an amazing day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, especially if you know anyone in the Maryland area that is looking for reliable home care. Right now, we service Anne Arundel, Howard, PG. Did I miss anything? I forgot. And some of Montgomery County. All right, guys, have an amazing day. We will be out in the community volunteering for outreach and volunteering at some of the assisted living facilities too. I forgot to mention that no matter where your loved one is, it could be in your home, it could be in their home, it could be in assisted living, it could be in independent living, in rehab. It doesn't matter. We're here to serve you, but it must be on the care plan or we're not going to honor it. Okay. Talk soon. Have an amazing day.